Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to use the slab roller. First off, you'll have your chunk of clay. We don't want this to be a super, super tall ball or chunk. Otherwise, it's gonna be very difficult to put here on the slab roller. So what I want you to do is kind of flatten it down a little bit. We don't do it on here. We don't ever press into here because this slab roller is older than all of you, and sometimes it breaks and it's kind of complicated to fix. So we need to treat it with tender, loving kindness. So we don't use this to work on as a table. So I smash this down a little bit. So it's kind of like I'm flattening a pancake, but it's not quite super, super flat. So then what you are going to do, there is this cloth sheet on top. You're going to pull this back. Then on top of the slab roller, you are going to place this in, put the cloth back over top, and then you are going to roll this like a giant rolling pin towards you. Now, as it goes through, I don't need to go all the way to the bottom of the table because my clay stopped here. So then I just go over this one time. Notice I'm not doing it super fast because she's old. We need to treat her with kindness. All right, so then I put this back and we have a giant long piece of clay. So that is how you roll out a slab on the slab roller. Now I'm going to show you something real quick. Do you see how it leaves that wet spot there? Well, if you come up here and you see that there is already a wet spot there, do not place your piece of clay directly on top of this, because what's going to happen is it's going to stick to it. Instead, go over to a dry spot if you are going to roll out again, okay? So that is how you create a slab on the slab roller. Okay, it is possible to roll out multiple pieces of clay at one time, but notice how I have them lined up, okay? They're all at the top here. I do not want to go like this because then they're gonna all run together. So if you are going to roll multiple out at one time, make sure that they are next to each other and spaced out. So I could have a row of small pieces here, and then I could actually have like another row of 3, maybe a little further down here, okay? And I could do it on this half here. So then when I pull this over, so multiple of you could do this at one time. Okay, so then just little pieces of clay there. I roll this through. And, oops, so this clay was a little too wet there, so sometimes that will happen. So that's how. So you can have your 3 slab roller pieces there.